Sunday morning. Welcome to another edition of the Sideline Junkie Sunday Rise NFL Week 1. We got a semi-full house tonight, or this morning. God, my times is all messed up. To my left, you got the boss BJ. Below me, you got the Midnight Rider, Ben. And diagonally to the left, you got the First Lady, the Swamp Queen, Lady C. How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How about you?
Good. I'm
Fantastic.
Good morning.
I'm gonna throw out, we're gonna
Coffee.
there it is. Now she's gonna be nice today. But we're gonna start this off. Sunday Rise. If you've been here the last couple of years, we don't play around. We get in. We get it in, get ready, because we like to settle in for our game. So here we go. First topic, rapid fire. You got 45 seconds to answer. We'll go the boss BJ, the Midnight Rider, the Swamp Queen, and then myself, 45 seconds. Here's the question. Lamar Jackson turns down $290 million. Good or bad? Now, let me throw this out there. He was asking for a contract that was on par with Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray's contract was $230 million. $230 million. He wanted all of his money guaranteed at signing. They only wanted to give him 130 at signing, 133 at signing. Him turning this down, is it good or is it bad? BJ, you are on the clock.
He wanted what Deshaun Watson had, which is I think Deshaun Watson's contract is fully guaranteed. So
30.
it's 230. So here's the thing, just as a football person, what's the hesitation of giving Lamar that money? To me, the only hesitation would be you don't feel like he can win you a Super Bowl. You feel like he's flashy. He won an MVP. He got all the goods, but do you feel like he can win you a Super Bowl? Because we're not talking about a second grade franchise. We're talking about the Ravens. They've done things the right way the last 20 years. They've built, the culture is right. We're not talking about the Browns. So then, you're asking yourself, what's the hesitation? And when I saw the news yesterday and some of what I read this morning, you wonder if Lamar is going to keep his, it's not, that's not the way I want to say it. If he's going to even consider the Ravens going forward. Because somebody else is going to come through with, hey, we'll give you this guaranteed money, bang. Is this going to cost the Ravens? And I don't mean to go over the 45 seconds, but this is going to cost the Ravens in the long run, where you had somebody that was loyal to the city and to the franchise and believed in the franchise, and you balked at giving him guaranteed money after, basically keeping the franchise above water, which is for a lot of franchises is they barely got swimmers to get out. So I don't know. I think it's going to cost the Ravens down the line, whether it's way more guaranteed money or them losing Lamar Jackson.
It's my 45. All right. So I think it's simple. I think the Ravens are going to just play it out. I mean, they're a small franchise. So now they know they got at least 2 more years of control without having to break the bank. I'd rather pay him whatever the franchise tag is, whether it's 40 or 42, the next 2 years, and then you can move on and you just play that game. You play the Kirk Cousins game, and then you just move on from it. I think it's smarter for them, especially with a guy that uses his legs. I think his legs may give out on him. So is he going to develop enough in the next 2 to 3 years where instead of being like a Michael Vick type of guy, he's Michael Vick in Philly, where he uses his arm more than his legs? And I'm not sure we're at that point yet. So I like what they're doing. They got Huntley right behind them. So it's easy to let them go and move on and not spend the money and put that money somewhere else.
Lady C.
Feed about movement. Okay. So my first question is why? Why turn that down? like this is guaranteed to you? What is your end game? What else is it that you're looking for? Like you trying to be a big boy, this is your first big contract. Like, it kind of comes with a tag as well. But why would you turn that down? What else is there that you're looking for? How much are you looking for? Like, what's your number? What are you trying to negotiate for? That's my question. Why would you do that? Because at the level that you are, pretty good damn money. The tenure you have, the level that you are in, that's pretty good damn money. Should have took it, but you turned it down for.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and then we'll move on. But he's done more than Kyler Murray. I believe he deserves the money he's asking for. He is possibly the overall the second best quarterback you've had in this franchise. I think Steve McNair was better, even late in his career. I love Steve McNair, always will. And can he lead you to a Super Bowl? Yes, if you give him the weapons, you give him the opportunity, he can do it. Give him the money that he's asking for. Keep your guy there. Homegrown talent. Don't be like the team down south and let homegrown talent walk as always. Don't do that. I think this is good on his decision because I think they're going to come to the table and it's not hostile. It's going to be a little bit better. I think they're going to work it out and they're going to get it. He's going to wind up staying a Raven. So I think it's a good thing that he turned it down because that's a part of negotiation.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. But it's like Kyler gets this money, Deshaun gets this money, and I've already accomplished more than both of them. And you're hesitant on giving me that type of money. And like I said, are there questions in Baltimore? Like like you said, like Ben said, are these legs going to go out? What's the ceiling? Is this the ceiling for Lamar Jackson? Because if let's just say you feel like this is the ceiling for Lamar Jackson, they're not coming out the AFC. You already got Burrow. You got Josh Allen there. Can you honestly say he's going to outdo QB-wise those two guys? One of them is in his division. This is what you ask yourself if you're the head, the upper management of Baltimore. Are we giving this guy guaranteed money just to fill the seats for the next 5 seasons? Because Baltimore, like I said, they are upper echelon. They don't care about filling the seats. They have that culture right where they have the stadium packed. They want to win a Super Bowl. We're not talking about Jacksonville trying to rebuild a franchise, trying to have wacky ice cream day to get people in the stands. Like, that's not what we're talking about with Baltimore. We're talking about they're like, how did the Bengals surpass us? What do we have to add now to get back past them and have the AFC North locked up like we had the last couple of years? And can Lamar beat Joe Burrow? Like, we don't even have to go out of the division. Can Lamar outdo Joe Burrow and those weapons to stay on top of the division? And that's a question mark for me. So if it's a question mark, then why am I giving you full guaranteed money if we can't even get out of our own damn division? But on Lamar's side, like I said, you just gave Deshaun Watson fully guaranteed money. Kyler Murray hasn't done anything at all, and he got a full contract. And yeah, they got a little bit of control over Lamar, but what's stopping Lamar? Be like, keep it. I'm not coming to camp. Trade me.
I agree. But we'll see how this plays out because he gave him a deadline and the deadline was Friday. The deadline came and went. They didn't get anything done. So as you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook Live, the Boss BJ is sponsored by 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. I don't have my ad here, but come in and get a 1/4 pound big bite with chili and cheese and Doritos. Up here it goes. And Doritos for $2.99 for breakfast. it will guarantee you to have you on the toilet. Thank you very much to 7-Eleven for being a sponsor this morning, unwittingly.
And if you want cookies, they are 3 for $1 and 6 for $3. Here, come get your chocolate chip cookies. That's 7-Eleven.
Some of the best cookies. Woo! Be at the counter like this. Ooh, I can't wait.
Shameless plug. One day it's gonna work out. All right, first game up in the slate is in the 1 o'clock hour. It's here in DC, and I'm down the street from the stadium, and it is raining. This is gonna be my type of football. Week 1. It's gonna be a true NFC East type game, and that is the Jaguars at the Commanders. The Commanders are 3-point favorites. The over/under is 43.5. Logan Thomas will play. Cam Curl is out. This is not the same Jaguars team that's been the doormats the last couple of years, but this is also not the same Commanders team that's been up, down, in and out the last couple of years. I think this is a better Commanders team. So let's go around the room. You got Commanders and Jaguars. Of course, you get 3 points for being at home. Who you taking? And over under.
Am I going
So,
first?
Yeah.
My bad, man. You going?
Not you.
Okay. I think this is. I mean, we know what type of weather this is. This is run the ball. And Antonio Gibson, can you hold on to the ball type weather? That's what this is today. It's kind of like it tells you Vegas doesn't have any confidence in the Commanders because, yeah, Carson Wentz has had his struggles, but he should be still head over heels the better quarterback from Trevor Lawrence. But this is going to be interesting because of the field issues that FedEx always has, and it's a little bit of rain, and your first game out of the gate gets to test your field. The condition, can it hold up? How can we see what Wentz and Dotson and McLaurin and Samuels? Can we see a little bit of that today? With the weather conditions, I think Washington. You said the over/under was 42?
43.5.
43.5. I don't think we're gonna get there. I think it's gonna be under. I think this is gonna be one of them. I always say this: it's not just the Commanders and the Jaguars. The first 2-3 weeks of the season, you're gonna get sloppy football. You saw Thursday night. It was a couple passes that for me, Josh Allen. If this was mid-season, he'd have made them, and they would have won by 2 more touchdowns. But you're gonna get sloppy football. Everybody trying to get in game shape and a rhythm. But I'll give it to Commanders. I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be one of them 13-9 games. I don't think it's gonna be a whole bunch of offense today. If the Commanders come out whipping and put some points on the board, it would just surprise me because I don't think they have that continuity yet. I think they need 2 or 3 weeks for Wentz to get in there and really get that game rhythm with all the receivers. Because I don't think he's played with any of those guys before or any other team. So, and then, like I said, I think the X factor today, and I don't want to use that because I don't want to give EA Sports a shameless plug, is Antonio Gibson. It's going to be his day today. It's just that type of football weather. Can that line open up some holes, control the game, get Carson Wentz some of those sturdy rhythm passes, and let's see what we got going. I mean, let's see what the defense can do. It's time to rock and roll. Give me 13-9 Commanders. That's what I say. Under 42, under 42.5.
So I go. So everywhere I've gone, it's Jacksonville plus 2.5, and I actually took Jacksonville and the 2.5. I think it's gonna be a 1-point ball game, like a 14, not a 14-13, but like a 20-21 type of ball game. And I think I also see Jonah Williams playing more than I see Antonio Gibson because they've talked a lot about trying to get downhill quick and in a hurry. And I think if there's one place this Jaguars defense is vulnerable is up the middle. I think their ends are athletic, super athletic with Walker, the first pick overall, and Josh Allen. I think their linebackers are athletic. So we got to beat them in the trenches in order to win this ball game. So it has to be a run-heavy ball game. Their back four is susceptible, but we got to get the ball to that point. And I don't know. I'd rather us pound the ball. This is a game where the running backs got to get 30, 35 carries as a group. I don't think there's a one guy get 30 carries.
Do we have one guy on the roster that can take 30 carries? I don't think we have a guy.
I don't think they set it up that way. I mean, I think it's truly set up for it to be a committee. He brought it up all summer long. It's Fozzie, Whitaker, Stewart, and D'Angelo Williams, what he had in Charlotte. I think that's what he's trying to recreate here. He's got it to some extent. I think the only downside for Washington is the kid got shot last week or 2 weeks ago. I think that really changes their plans, and I think that makes Jonah Williams, I think that's his name.
Jonathan Williams.
Jonathan Williams. I'm sorry. I gave him a whole new name, but Jonathan Williams is going to be the one that benefits the most from his absence because they talk about getting downhill, and that's his style. And I'm taking the under.
The man of the hour chiming in. He's taking the under 2, 14-13 Commanders. Looking at this game, I'm not ginned up like I normally am for week one. Maybe it's me getting older, or it's just the amount of disappointment in week one that has come and ravaged my body. You know, I can't be like the boss BJ, who is NFL leading undefeated team, number one overall and everything right now. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Commanders. They're going to cover the 3. And I'm going to say 17-9. And I'm going to take the under. And the only reason why I'm saying 17-9 is because I think they can do something against this team, but they're not going to get rolling into the second half. And then that's when you're going to see that run game really get going. And Ben, you said it. Downhill runners, being able to get downhill, you use who you got. But all I want to see is Antonio Gibson hold on to the ball. I want to see smash mouth football. Hell, knowing the weather before this game, I would have installed the counter tray. We would have been running counter tray at least 15 to 16 times this daggone game. Then for 15, 16 times, we running gut seal. I'm running all of that. I'm going old school. When it rains like this, this is my type of weather. As an offensive lineman, you come down, you put your hand in the mud. When that ball snaps, you take a handful of mud and you smash it right in the D lineman face and you push him over. All that. It's not time to be pretty. We got to win ugly. We need to win ugly today to show that we can do it. I hate losing pretty. I want to win ugly today. So 17-9 Commanders. Lady C is back. Oh, she left again. She's having technical difficulties. Moving on to the next game in the 4 o'clock.
Before you move on,
yes,
can you just say, I need a hero and Cyborg play and the animal, just so you can get your full Doc Walker out? You just did everything but say those 3 words. Come on, baby Doc.
Man, hey, look, I'm part of Neanderthal Nation.
Baby Doc, I love that.
I'm a part of Neanderthal Nation, man. That's what groomed me to be here. So I mean, somebody got to step up and be a hero. You can't go out there and play. This team hasn't busted a grape in how many years? When's the last time we won a division championship? What, 2020? And we snuck in with that at 7-9 because the division was weak. Come on,
You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail you.
No. You gotta be. They gotta play like dogs today. They gotta play like dogs. See, they got to.
That's manhood. That's a manhood issue, baby. Man.
Baby Doc Walker bingo, baby.
It's all true though. Everything is true. What I always tell you, when you're recruiting, don't recruit the guy that grew up in a 7-bedroom house, had his own room and a rec room. You recruit the guy that lived in an apartment 2-bedroom apartment with 7 siblings, and his mom and dad raised them kids in that 7-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom. That boy gonna be hungrier than anything else. I'm telling you. So
You're gonna make the silver spoons angry with that.
well, hey, get angry. 9 times out of 10, who's more hungry? Who's more hungry? So
I know who's not hungry, like somebody that wears stolen diamonds and stuff, but I'm not. That was a jab. Nah, I'm sorry. That was an uppercut from Sagat on Street Fighter. That was.
Lady C, you good over there?
Yeah, my computer just totally hates me. I was like, yeah, bitch, we out.
All right, wrap this one up for us. Jaguars, Commanders. Commanders are 3-point favorites. Over under is 43.5. What you got?
You know, I really haven't been following the Jaguars as much last couple of seasons. Just because they've been a shit team. So you really can't follow them. So, and I hadn't paid attention to anything that they had going on, their drafts or anything like that, because I already was like, yeah, whatever. So I'm gonna go Commanders. But I'm gonna give them Commanders in 10. We'll take it with 10.
See, that right there, that's a woman that knows how to keep her job. Oh Lord, come on, put your arms up. Don't choke now.
So you know, the other night I broke a nail. You want to see?
Man.
Oh my God! Wow.
Wow, man, you started it. But okay. Next game, 4:00 frame, 4:25. Green Bay Packers visit the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are 2.5-point favorites. Over under is 46.5. Whew, I'm surprised that they got Aaron Rodgers and the Packers as underdogs against Minnesota in Minnesota. Let's go around the room.
Why are you surprised? I'm not surprised.
We're talking Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but he don't have Devontae Adams. And they go into Minnesota. I'm taking the Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings. I picked the Vikings. I think that, you know, you still got number 12 over there in Aaron Rodgers, you know, Green Bay. And he's owned that division for, you know, the better part of his career. But I think Jettas, Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, and that rest of that crew gonna put up some points. And with him not having Devontae Adams, that elite, you know, we haven't seen how that offense moves without that. So that's the part. We know what Minnesota offense can do, and it should just get better and more oil as we're going on. So I'm taking Minnesota. What's the over-under on this game?
The over-under is 46.5.
I think it's going to be over 46.5. I think the problem for Green Bay is going to be at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is not going to have that go-to guy to keep up. I think that's going to be the issue for Green Bay. I think they're going to go tick for tack, and it's going to be a possession where Green Bay needs something, and they just don't have that dog on the receiver core to make that play like a Devon. And I'm not saying the receivers they got a scrap, but they ain't Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different level of receiver. So I think that's going to be the problem in Green Bay today. And, you know, if they do win, I wouldn't be surprised, but I need to see who's going to take Devontae Adams' place and if they can be as reliable and as deadly as him. Until I see that, I'm taking the Vikings. Give me the Vikings. I'm going to say it's going to be 31-24 Vikings.
Okay. So I think the way this game is set up, the Packers' 2 tackles are out. They're in Minnesota. The Packers don't start well. It's 2.5 at home, which is Vegas begging you to take the Vikings if you think the Vikings are going to win. So I'm gonna be a sucker for this, and I'm gonna take the Vikings and the 2.5. I'm gonna take the over because I think it's a high scoring ball game, and I think BJ just said it right. I think at some point in this ball game, whether it's Dobbs or one of the young receivers, Watson, they get drafted out of North Dakota State. One of those kids is going to let Aaron Rodgers down in the key situation, and that's going to turn the ball game. But I do think that if you're playing like fantasy or daily fantasy, this is a big game for Aaron Jones because I think he's going to be the person that Rodgers leans on in the passing game to make up for not having Devontae Adams.
Lady C.
So I'm gonna have to be the oddball here. I'm pulling for Green Bay because it's Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron freaking Rodgers. So, and then Green Bay's defense, they've been just as steady throughout. I don't see anything changing up with them. They're going to definitely hold their corners. They're going to hold their sides. Aaron Rodgers, he's not a high turnover type guy, so he's not, and he's able to keep a cool head throughout. So he's not going to let the little shit get to him. Devontae may, he's not going to be there. That's cool, but he's not going to let that get to him. He'll manage the game just fine. I think it's going to be close, but I say Green Bay will pull this out. I think they'll pull it out by 7.
We're joined by the man of the hour, Delonte. What's going on, brother? Uh-oh, did we lose him? Might have lost him. Well,
Hi, Delonte. Looks like he was defeated by the mute button.
My bad, defeated by the mute button. What's good, family?
What's going on?
Not much, man. My apologies for the tardiness. You know what I'm saying? A little under the weather, but we're gonna keep it pushing. We talk about the Packers and the Vikings. So a lot of analysts been kind of hyping up the Vikings, low key. A lot of and I looked at some things. My beloved Broncos, we played them, and I saw some bright spots for them as well. But to piggyback, from the great Lady C, we are talking about Aaron freaking Rodgers. It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be one of those 31-28 type of affairs. So I'm gonna go with the Packers, but it's definitely gonna be close. It ain't gonna be no walk in the park because Minnesota, they're gonna be a tough squad this year, and they're gonna put it all on national display today. So give me the Packers, but it's gonna be one of those last second field goal situations, 31-28.
I can see that, and I agree with both of you and Lady C. It's Aaron flipping Rodgers, but he also has AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones. He has a familiar target in Randall Cobb. He also has Allen Lazard and Sammy Watkins. So he got 3 receivers that have some time. Not to mention he has the old man Mercedes Lewis and Robert Tonyan at tight end. Now, this is a shout out to Dario because we were undefeated on Madden 22 when we used Green Bay, and we made magic and made people quit. We made people quit 9-10 times in a row. Don't doubt what Aaron Rodgers can do with minimal talent. I think he's going to do really, really well, but it's going to be some Rodgers magic to win this game. And I'm going to say 24-21 Green Bay.
before we move on, me and Gary, our other sidelines, we talked about this the other day. You don't normally see great receivers go somewhere and make average quarterbacks look good. An average quarterback is an average quarterback. On the flip side, an Aaron Rodgers can turn a average receiver into a great receiver because he's Aaron Rodgers and because he knows where to place the ball and all this other stuff. So I don't doubt. That's what I was saying. If that guy's on the roster, it damn sure isn't Sammy Watkins. If that guy's on the roster to take Devontae Adams' spot and be that big go-to guy when you need that it's 3rd and 11. You need 12 yards, and somebody can shake somebody. That was Devontae Adams. So I need to see until I see who's going to replace him. You can have Aaron Rodgers back there all day. You know, can they keep up with Minnesota? What Minnesota has? Like I said, Minnesota coming out the break with offense. We know you say what you want about Kirk Cousins, but he put up yards and stats and touchdowns, and he got weapons. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
But before it was Devontae Adams, his name escapes me.
Antonio Freeman?
No. Oh
James
man,
Jones?
no.
You talking about Randall Cobb?
Oh,
No.
you talking about the kid from Kansas State, the Jordy Nelson?
Jordy Nelson, who I
Jordy
consider
Nelson.
at one point in time, nobody ran a better deep seven than Jordy Nelson. I told everybody, I said that dude's the best receiver in the league because of what the intangibles that he does. He's not flashy, but when you need a first down and it's 3rd and long, Jordy gonna get you that first down. It's not like Earl Campbell. Well, it's 3rd and 19 where Earl gonna get you 18 and a half. Nah, Jordy was gonna get you that first down and keep that drive going. Before it was Devontae Adams, it was Jordy Nelson. When Jordy Nelson left and went to the Raiders, he wasn't the same. Not saying that Devontae Adams going to the Raiders, he's not going to be Devontae Adams, but think about it. He's had receivers, and he's made guys good because he got a rapport with them. I think this is it. I'm not going to say that it's going to be as explosive, but they're not going to miss too much of a beat. That's just me. But like always, time will tell. Sticking in the 4:00 hour, the Las Vegas Raiders. God, I almost called them the LA Raiders. They ain't been the LA Raiders in years. I just got over calling them the Oakland Raiders. But they visit the LA Chargers. Chargers 3.5-point favorites. 52.5 is the over/under. Oh man. Justin Herbert versus Derek Carr. And to think about these Raiders and to put this in perspective. What was that? 4 years ago, the Raiders were Super Bowl favorites. Derek Carr got hurt, and they ain't been the same since. Will they get back to the mountaintop and become Super Bowl favorites once again? DJ.
I love this game. I can't wait for this game. I love the Chargers. The Raiders are the Raiders. They've had so much off the field stuff going on last year. Lost a couple players. The Chargers are loaded. The Chargers are defensively, offensively. I'm taking the Chargers in this game. You said the over/under is what for this game?
52.5.
Yeah, give me that. Give me over on that. Give me a helping serving of over on the 52.5. I think this is going to be one of those 41-42 overtime type games. Like both of these, like the Chargers, that's ridiculous. And that's scary. And that's scary for, I know Delonte's in, that's scary for that AFC West. Because you lose Tyreek Hill and Kansas City, you've seen that offense be dominant over the last couple of years, and then here comes Justin Herbert and his offense, and they can put points up in a hurry. Give me the Chargers. I think it's going to be, give me 41-38 Chargers in overtime.
So 41-38. I like that, but I think he got the wrong team. You got Waller, you have Josh Jacobs, you have Devontae Adams, you got Renfro, they're loaded. And then you on the other side of the ball, you have Max Crosby and you have Chandler Jones. So I don't see the Raiders losing this ball game. I took the Raiders and whatever the number is, and then I'm definitely taking the over because I think BJ said it right. This is going to be an offensive explosion, but I think late when it counts, the Chargers will charger and lose this ball game on like a fumble or something. Like one of the ends are going to create a play, and that's how this game is going to end with a strip sack. So that's how I see this going. So, Lady C, tell me what you got.
So, like honestly, Chargers really. I mean, the Raiders hadn't been the same since Marshawn Lynch left. Marshawn, I really think, really gave that team their je ne sais quoi, so to speak. But definitely pulling for the Chargers with this one. I don't see the Ravens coming with any. I mean, the Raiders coming with anything that would be beneficial. Yeah, they're going to make a couple of breakout plays here and there, but Chargers going to pull this one out. It's not going. It'll be close, but it's not going to be closer than a frog hair split 4 ways. It ain't going to be that close, but it'll be close. What was that over under again, Kev?
52 and a half.
Okay. Giving it to the Chargers. And take it by good 14. I don't think it's gonna come down to the wire. I don't think it's gonna come down to the wire at all. It'll be a nice, easy fight. It'll be a fight, but it'll be an easy fight. But I'm taking Chargers in 14. What you got, Delonte?
First off, let me be honest and say I don't give a damn about neither one of these teams for real. They can both go to hell. Now that I got that out of my system, the Chargers, man, they mad and loaded for real on offense and defense. Well, I mean offense, yeah, they got the Herbert kid, but defense, yeah, they loaded. So I'm more worried about them than KC and Oakland. As far as this game go, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one because Oakland has the boy Adams, the receiver. Yep, they got the receiver and Derek Carr. He's Mr. Consistent. He can get into his dink and dunk ways, but it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a high scoring game. I think both defenses they it's gonna be some glitz, some glaring moments. I say, but I think the Chargers they have revenge on their mind because the Las Vegas did put them out of the playoffs in that classic season finale game last year. So I'll take the Chargers. It's going to be a tight one. I'm thinking something like 38-33. But again, to hell with both of
them. Now, you brought up a brilliant point, and that was that playoff, that end of the season game that could have ended in a tie and sent both teams to the playoffs, which what it was supposed to. That was a coaching issue. Not having the wherewithal, the mindset to know what you were doing. But I don't think the Chargers got hard feelings or revenge on their mind, which they should, But I took the Raiders in this one. I think I took the Raiders. Let me make sure I took the Raiders because I don't want to say that and then, I think I took the Raiders in this one. But I'm taking the under regardless. But let's see. Come on, where my picks at? I'm in first place here. I took the Raiders in this one because I went against the grain. ESPN says 76% of the people picked the Chargers. I picked the Raiders. Devontae Adams and Derek Carr got a rapport with each other. and that's gonna come in handy. I'll say let's go 30-24 Raiders. All right. Now we go to the 8 o'clock frame.
FYI, that covers the over.
It actually does. I just added that up. My math ain't mathing again. Here we go again. Who boy, they're gonna give me a 2-1 these days. Going to the 8 o'clock game. This is probably the game of the night. You got the Bucks versus the Cowboys. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Cowboys in Jerry's World, the largest outdoor toilet with a removable lid ever. I still say it's on my bucket list that I want to go to that stadium, AT&T Stadium, after eating Taco Bell and go right to the 50-yard line, right in the middle of the star. One of these days, Alice. Dallas is giving up 2.5 on this one. The over-under is 50. Tom Brady going through marital problems off the field due to his unretiring, and that was a whole nother conversation I had with the boss, BJ. I had with my own wife about the situation and would you be mad enough to move out on me if I decided to go back and make some more money and do something that I love? But that's neither here nor there. Dallas has a lot to prove. Dallas has been a pretender for the last 25 years. They've been pretenders, masquerading as contenders. And you're running into a Buccaneers squad that's 2 years removed from a Super Bowl championship, as well as probably one of the, if not the greatest quarterback in history, coming back to show why he's the greatest. But then for Dallas, you have Dak Prescott, who always starts off hot. And what was that, 2 years ago when he got hurt? He was leading the league in passing for 5 to 6 weeks after he got hurt. So, BJ, what you got?
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers in this one. It's just one of those things I always say until Dak and Dallas can prove, and the same thing I say with Buffalo. Until you can prove you can beat the big boys on the big stage, I'm going with the big boy. The big boy is Tom Brady and the Bucks. I think it's going to be one of those games where the score at the end of the game is not going to show, the true tale of the game. I think it's going to be one of those ones where Dak is playing catch up and getting garbage yards and touchdowns, and we're looking at a cruise control 38-21 type game, and then Dallas scores 2 more touchdowns and make it look formidable type deal. That's kind of what I'm going with it. I mean, if you look at Dallas last year, you had Zeke not even a factor. So Zeke, has a lot to prove. Dak has to come out here and prove himself. We saw what Dez can do on the defensive side for Dallas. They got some dogs on defense, but you're going against Tom Brady. And I'm going to take Tom Brady 10 times out of 10. Give me Tom Brady. I think this is going to be, give me 34-26 Tampa Bay.
So I want to take Tampa Bay. But I think the issue with this game is it's going to be really whose offensive line with the duct tape and the flex shield can hold it together the best. Because Tampa Bay's missing the center and one of their guards, maybe 2 of their guards from last year. I know they added Shaq Mason. The Cowboys are missing Tyron Smith. I'm going to take the Cowboys. I'm going to take them by 7. And Kevontae Turpin returns one to the house for a touchdown. That's my wild card. That's how it's going to happen. It's going to be a tie ball game late. They're going to kick the ball. The punter's not going to get it out of bounds or to the side. And Turpin's going to change the ball game. And he'll be the story for the first week of the season. The USFL player, the USFL MVP, turned big-time opening day Sunday night game winner. That's my hot take. Lady C.
I have to disagree with you a little bit, Ben. We was good till you said Cowboys. I'm definitely taking Tampa, and because just like Aaron Rodgers, it's Tom fucking Brady. Like, come on, against Dak goddamn Prescott. Like, really? So Dak is definitely gonna get, even though he's a Louisiana boy down the street from me, he definitely gonna get that spanking. Yeah, they got little Tom's got little issues going on at home, but this is something. Being on the gridiron is something that can redirect his attention for a little bit to take his mind off of it. So yeah, he's just like any other man. Yeah, I'm talking about y'all. You want to take your mind off something, you're gonna throw yourself into your work. You're gonna throw yourself into something. So, but had it been me, like, okay, dude, why are you quitting? Like, why are we retiring? Wait a minute, let's talk about this. Not wait, why are you going back? No, why are you coming home? Don't do that. But then I'm a different kind of person. But then you have Zeke, and they don't know if he on his last gear, if he still got another one in him. What's going on? Dacton had surgery on his ankle and all that. So it's just gonna be a battle of the offense because the defense is just gonna match up like whatever. But definitely gonna pull this one for Tampa. I'm gonna say 33-27 because it's gonna come down to that last field goal. So it's gonna come down to Delonte. What you got, babe?
I think this game right here is gonna be the coming out party for CeeDee Lamb. I think Dallas definitely needs to establish the wide receiver 1 position, and that will be CeeDee. He's shown blips, but with a lot of people gone, and I think a couple people injured, he's going to establish himself as their number 1 receiver threat. I think Halter top, he'll play an all right game. He'll probably give us probably 85, 90 yards of production. Sorry for the noise in the background. That's my security detail. But anyway, yeah, I think just like Lady C said, when us men go through things at home with the old lady, and we can channel that frustration elsewhere, that tends to produce good results. So I think Brady gonna give us he gonna give us something good tonight, for real. Might throw a pick, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, yeah, because Diggs is gonna be in Dallas backfield. He's like the pick king. But I think Brady, what I'm saying, experience trumps over everything. And it's unfortunate what's going on between him and Giselle, but I'm taking the Bucks 26-17. But watch out for CeeDee Lamb. Watch out for CeeDee Lamb.
Well, I'll say this: the Bucks will win this game, and I hate to say it, I just wonder what in the world do Zeke be thinking. If y'all haven't seen the picture of him at the Ohio State Notre Dame game, oh my Lord, Jesus, help me. Who approved that outfit? That's all I want to know. Who approved that outfit? But the Cowboys seem like they can't beat the Bucks. If I'm not mistaken, they're 0-7 against Tom Brady. and this could be 0-8. It's under the lights. The Cowboys play pretty well, but they're not going to do anything with this. Give me the Bucks 31-10 over the Cowboys. So, last but not least, this one will really be good for Delonte because this is his squad. New Super Bowl contenders, the Denver Broncos visiting the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seahawks are starting Geno Smith, not Drew Lock. Geno Smith. The Broncos are 6.5-point favorites. 45.5 is the over/under. Last but not least, man, it's the last game on the schedule for us today. BJ, what you got?
Yeah, I don't see the Seahawks being productive in this game at all. Not with Geno Smith at quarterback. I think this is going to be one of them 31-9, 31-6 games. Whether it will be Geno Smith or Drew Lock. I mean, Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. It's going to take them a couple weeks to get their legs underneath them and get that rhythm and that rapport. But I'm taking Broncos in Seattle. What was the over-under?
The over/under is 44.5.
Nah, I don't think they get to 44. I think all the scoring is going to be Denver. It's going to be one of them things where kind of know it's over by the halftime. Like I said, I think it's going to be like 31-6, 34-6, something like that.
I think it's going to be 31-10 or 38-10. I think it's going to be definitely Seattle. I think Geno gets pulled for Drew Lock. Actually, no, I'm going to change it. It's going to be 31-17 because when Seattle pulls Geno Smith, they'll be down 31-0. And then Drew Lock will get like garbage time 17 points. So I'm going to keep my belief in Drew Lock, even though I know I'm wrong on it. But I'm going to keep hope alive. So that's the only reason I'm saying this. So I also think that this is a big game for Russ. Bronco Nation, let's ride. Bronco Nation, let's ride. I think that's obligatory anytime you mention Russell Wilson, that you got to say Broncos, let's ride. So I'm going to say it 3 times now just to take out, anything else that's necessary. Go ahead, Lady C, take it away.
So definitely pulling for the Broncos with this. Yeah, they finna go in there and stomp the birds out a little bit. Because this is Russ' new team, so he definitely has a little, fresh eyes, fresh view. I don't think it's going to take as long to get that cohesiveness with his team, to get that groove. But yeah, he's going to come in because he has a point to prove. He's been, he's been with Seattle forever. So he's got a little chip on his shoulder. He's got a point to prove. So it's like, hey, bitches, I'm home.
Oh.
What's happening? So definitely taking Broncos. 30-17.
So I think I like the whole 31-17 as well. I think it's one of those things that, like Russ, he didn't play at all this preseason, so it's definitely going to take him like a few weeks to get his legs under him, as was mentioned. Seattle, man, it's just it's a poop show. It's a poop show. And I agree with the Midnight Rider. Geno, he will be pulled at some point. Like Geno Smith, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro, really? I think they'll be inspired to have a good opening drive. They'll score, and then after that, I think we'll take over after a while, and then just like Midnight Rider said, Drew Lock will probably come in and he'll want his own revenge, so he'll probably throw 2 garbage ass touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And the game's already out of hand. I'm probably already asleep, getting ready for work. So yeah, I'll take us, the good guys, the Broncos, 31-17.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all talking about quarterbacks getting pulled. I had it in my head already that a quarterback was gonna get pulled, but it wasn't Geno Smith. I had Russell Wilson getting pulled in the third quarter. It's gonna be so far out of hand, it wasn't gonna be no point of him playing. And I had this down to like 45-3. Geno Smith has not been viable since before his last game at West Virginia. Because that bowl game seemed like he went sour. I never understand that. What happened before that bowl game? What happened during that bowl? What happened to turn Geno? Geno Smith was a number 1 overall pick before that. And then that bowl game happened, and that draft stock just went straight down. And he hasn't been good since. What happened? He's a good backup, but as a starter, I think they'll let him stay in there and let him take his lumps. You know, you may see Drew Lock for maybe a series or two, but, you know, all you got to do with Drew Lock is you just got to take him and throw on some Jeezy, let him get hyped up. He might throw 3-4 touchdowns, but it may be, you know, that third touchdown may come and, you know, you like, damn, he done threw 3 touchdowns, but the game's already like 45-21 now. So, but give me the Broncos 45-3. I don't have the Seahawks doing much. And I do think this might be Pete Carroll's last hoorah in Seattle.
Bronco Nation, let's ride. You got to say it every time you talk about the Broncos. That's all Russell Wilson does, man.
Yes, sir. Oh, my bad, Midnight Rider is Broncos country.
Oh, my bad.
It's cool. I like, you know, it's some like I'm a diehard Broncos fan, but it's some die-hard Broncos fans, and they talk on Twitter, and somebody hit the Broncos Nation joint. Oh my God, they lit that person up too. Like it was bad. It was
so
bad.
It's Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. Yeah, Broncos country.
I'll get it right for next week. If we talking Broncos next week, I'll have it right. Broncos country. Let's ride.
It's all good. We'll put the T-shirt in the mail. It should be
nah. We ain't doing that much. I just gotta say it because that's how much.
You want a hat? I mean, we get you a hat.
No.
A wave towel. You good? All right. Okay.
No, we good. I unfortunately have a Broncos jersey. I actually have 3 of them because I played on a team that had our flag football team colors was orange and blue. So I got the jerseys, but I don't need nothing else Broncos in my life. We good on that. Broncos country. Let's ride. That's just for us.
Fat Lever throwback. You good? You sure you good?
I'll take one of those. I'll take a Fat Lever or a Sleepy Floyd Golden State.
Got you. We're
talking throwbacks. I'll take a Sleepy Floyd Golden State throwback.
Cool. Order up. Yep. Pop in the order in now. Stop.
Well, it's 12-10. If you haven't already got your picks in, you haven't already set your fantasy lineup, it's week 1. I'm looking good in one fantasy league, looking okay in another. But man, this is what we've been waiting for since February. NFL week 1, live bullets today. So let's get it going. Let's get it right. Sit back, relax. If you got something to eat, get your wings, your pizza, your salad, whatever you plan on eating today. Sit back, enjoy the games. We'll be back. Some of us, maybe not all of us, will be back at 7 p.m. do a post-game wrap-up, maybe about 30 minutes, knock that thing out. And then, of course, we got the shows during the week. Of course, we will go in. We may even go in hard tonight, depending on how good this game is with the Washington Commanders. But either way, we'll do our wrap-ups and get it from there. But until next time, for the boss BJ, the Midnight Rider, the Swamp Queen Lady C, and the man of the hour, Delonte, I'm the big guy KG. We don't do no overtime, y'all. We are out of here.